Hello friends, welcome back to Mindful Insights, where ancient wisdom meets modern science and self-awareness becomes a journey, not a destination. Today, we explore a question that might just change the way you see your entire life. Why is it so hard to change, even when we truly want to? The answer lies not just within you, but around you. Have you ever tried to stay calm in the middle of a storm? Have you ever tried to change yourself while everything around you stays exactly the same? The idea that we can transform ourselves purely by willpower, without changing anything around us, is a comforting illusion. But you know, science, psychology, and spirituality all whisper the same truth. Your environment is not neutral. It either nurtures your growth, or strangles it. A groundbreaking 2010 study by Lally et al. From Duke University found that nearly 45% of our daily behaviors are not conscious decisions, but habits triggered by our environment. Our brain automates responses based on surroundings. You're not lazy. Your room, your city, your friends, your notifications, they're all invisible hands, sculpting your life every single day. Think about it. You decide to quit smoking, but your house smells like old cigarettes, your friends smoke after work, and your favorite cafe sells discounted cigars. Willpower alone is no match for environmental triggers. When people want profound change, they often leave. Steve Jobs dropped out and spent time in an Indian ashram seeking deeper truths. Michelle Obama spoke about how changing her college environment, moving from the south side of Chicago to Princeton, reshaped her identity. Addiction recovery studies consistently show rehab centers work not only because of therapy, but because they remove people from their old triggers. A 2020 study in the Journal of Substance Abuse Treatment showed that individuals who left their home environments had 50% higher recovery rates. You know, spiritual traditions have known this for millennia. In Hinduism, the concept of vanaprastha teaches that in later life, a person must withdraw from society to find truth. The Buddha left the palace and entered the forest. Christ spent 40 days in the desert. Muhammad meditated in the cave of Hira. The common thread? Environment shapes consciousness. To find clarity, they change their surroundings before trying to change their souls. Your brain's wiring, what neuroscientists call neuroplasticity, responds to what it sees, hears, touches, and smells. You can't grow mangoes in the desert, and you can't grow a peaceful mind in a toxic environment. Research from Harvard's Center on the Developing Child shows that high-stress environments during childhood literally sculpt brains differently, increasing fight-or-flight circuits and shrinking areas linked to reflection and empathy. Environment isn't just where you are, it becomes who you are. You might be thinking, I can't just quit my job, leave my city, or move to an ashram. And that's true. But the real environmental change doesn't always mean geographical change. It begins with small, intentional shifts in what surrounds your eyes, your ears, and your energy. So before you think of running away, let's talk about how to redesign the space you already live in, step by step. 1. Change your physical space. Psychologists call this choice architecture, designing your environment so that good decisions become the default, not the exception. A 2011 study published in the journal Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin found that individuals who described their homes as cluttered had higher cortisol levels, meaning more stress and mental fatigue. A messy desk, cluttered room, or chaotic phone screen keeps your mind in a loop of disarray. Clear your space and it will clear your mind. Start with one corner, one drawer, one room. Add a plant, a candle, a quote that calms you. Make your environment a daily invitation to become who you want to be. 2. Change your digital environment. Your phone is a pocket-sized environment you visit hundreds of times a day. If your feed is filled with outrage, unrealistic beauty, or distractions, that becomes your mental wallpaper. Unfollow accounts that trigger envy, insecurity, or overstimulation. Follow content that nurtures peace, growth, and curiosity. Use focus tools like focus mode, app timers, or even a digital detox each week. Try this for 3 days. Move all your social media apps to a folder called Time Thieves and place them on the last page of your home screen. You'll feel the psychological distance immediately. 3. Change your social circle. Jim Rohn said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." It's not just poetic, it's neurological. Our brains mirror those around us through what are called mirror neurons, especially in emotional regulation and behavior. If you're around people who dismiss your dreams, normalize negativity, or live in cycles of avoidance, you will unconsciously adopt the same rhythms. But if you spend time with even one person who believes in your growth, it creates a ripple. Seek out groups, book clubs, yoga classes, creative meetups, spiritual circles, where the default setting is self-evolution. Many people credit their transformation not to a therapist or a course, but to that one friend who believed in them consistently, or that community where showing up as your best self was normal. 4. Changing your environment isn't just about things and people. It's about energy patterns. If your days are filled with rush, noise, and scattered attention, so will your inner world be. Wake up before the world does. Even 20 minutes earlier makes your mind yours. Spend the first hour consuming silence, not social media. Introduce micro-rituals, a daily walk without headphones, a tea break with nothing but breath, a journaling moment before sleep. In Vedic tradition, the early morning hours, Brahma Muhurta, 4 a.m. to 6 a.m., are considered the most spiritually potent. Why? Because the environment, both external and internal, is still unpolluted and clear. Finally, and most importantly, change the environment inside your head. Your self-talk is the weather system of your soul. You can't grow if it's constantly raining self-doubt. Notice your inner monologue. Interrupt it with affirmations, reframing, and reflection. Surround yourself with thoughts that build, not break. Examples of thought reframing. "I can't do this" can be reframed to "I am learning to do this." "I'm stuck" can be reframed to "I'm preparing to move." And "nothing's working" can be reframed to "I'm evolving quietly, like roots before the bloom." Your thoughts are guests. Don't build palaces for the unkind ones. Environment is the invisible hand that writes the story of your life. You don't have to force change through sheer will. You have to place yourself in spaces, physical, emotional, and social, that make change inevitable. A flower does not bloom because it tries harder. It blooms because the conditions are right. You are not failing, you are just in the wrong soil. Find your garden. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more mindful insights. Until next time, nurture your environment. Nurture your soul.